I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you're one of my regular visitors here. And if this is all new to you, then a big welcome to you. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So today I am bringing you one of my short heads up videos. But this one is specifically for the sign of Virgo. And that's for the sun in Virgo or for the rising sign, also known as the ascendant. And this is for all you need to know astrologically to navigate the cosmic energies for April 2023. So let's see how you're doing, Virgo. Let me look at your chart. So I've got all the transits here, I've got the chart here, and I'm going to leap in. You know what? With Pluto having just moved into the sign of Aquarius, one of the things I want to say is it's a little bit like moving into or going into a room the morning after the night before when there has been a real kind of hoolie of a party. So that Pluto is coming into Aquarius to kind of clear up, clean up some of the mess. Now that you can take metaphorically in regard to your own chart, because what in your daily routine do you need to get in better order? Because you know, Virgo, you're actually really good at being ordered and organized and having things, in place. And this Pluto energy is really giving you the chance to refine and redefine your daily routine. And then I'm looking at Saturn. Saturn, of course, in your 7th house of significant relationships, Pisces, is really going to help you put some kind of boundaries down and containment around your feelings, around how you are able to show your feelings or share your feelings to the important people in your life. But mostly the energy for April is very much in the 8th and 9th house of your chart. Let me explain. So the 8th house is our Aries house. And of course, we have the sun there. We have Chiron there. We have Jupiter, Eris, our little dwarf planet of rebellion. Mercury, our planet of communication. They're all bunched up here right at the beginning of April. On the 3rd, Mercury will actually move into Taurus, and that's your 9th house of travel. So it may be you'll be looking at going and making journeys abroad at this time, or at least a little bit further on down the line. But let's just stay with this Aries energy for the moment, because on the 5th, the sun is going to be conjunct Chiron. Now, Chiron, of course, is our wounded healer, our asteroid, and it's in the 8th house. Now, this is the part of the chart that's to do with, it can be other people's money or joint finances. Is there something you need to thrash out with a partner around your finances? Is there some just general tweaking you need to do to make sure that you've got everything in place and then that you're not allowing Jupiter in Aries in your 8th house to make you too extravagant? Because that could be one of the kind of side effects of having Jupiter in this part of your chart. And Jupiter is conjunct Eris. Now, Eris, as I said, she is that very, very bossy and dominant, rebellious goddess. You know, these two in this part of the chart, be careful you don't overextend yourself with your finances, because this energy might make you feel you've got just cash to splash, which is not always like you, Virgo, because Virgo, you tend to get a little bit anxious and wound up about everything just being enough and lasting. But this Jupiter energy could be making you feel a little bit extravagant. The other side to that is it could actually be making you feel very prudent and holding on to it and not letting any of it go anywhere. So you need to balance these energies, and you can do that with the Libran full moon that is on the 6th of April. And this is in your house of finance, which is the second house. And this is very much a healing full moon. This is a full moon that says timing is everything. So bear that in mind when we have this full moon, which is not that long away. It's really knocking on our kind of collective door. And the other thing that we need to look at is the 11th of April, because there's a lot going on around this middle of the month, because not only is the sun, as I said, conjunct Chiron, and that's on the 5th, but it then comes up the sun to conjunct Jupiter, and this is on the 11th. Now, the sun, remember, is our soul, our life force. It can be our ego. It's our very essence. And Jupiter, as I've said before, my big outer boy of expansion, of luck and opportunity. You know, this could be where you get an unexpected windfall with regards to money that perhaps you'd kind of just overlooked or forgotten about. So there could be something that comes in of that nature. But also, I think that it's going to be quite transforming for you. I think because this is the 8th house, which is a house of transformation, Jupiter's energy conjunct the sun is going to make you feel healthier, happier, and wiser. Well, let's hope we get the wise bit in there. But, you know, Sagittarius that Jupiter rules is quite a wise sign. But now we really need to look at what then goes on, because Venus, our planet of relationship, our planet of love, but also of self-value, money and finance. Venus has been in Taurus. So Venus has been in your 9th house of travel, and it may have had you looking at budgeting for forthcoming trips that you're thinking of actually making. Now, Venus is only going to be in this part of your chart till the 11th, when it will actually move into Gemini on the 10th, the 10th house, sorry. Venus moves into Taurus on the 11th. Oh God, shall I start again? Venus in Taurus moves in to Gemini on the 11th. All these 10th, 11th, 9th, 8th, I'm getting so confused. This is your house of work, of career. And remember, if you're not working or you're retired, this is what really rocks your boat. This is what you're passionate about. This is lovely energy to have here. You are going to be feeling radiant. You are going to be attracting opportunities and people to you that help you. If it's your career, they will be helping you with your career, with ideas. If this is your passion, your sort of soul path, then you will also be attracting people into your life that really kind of get you and understand where you're coming from. Now, on the 14th, Venus in Gemini, in this part of your chart to do with career, makes a square, that's a harsh, difficult angle, to Saturn, my big outer boy Saturn, our planet of restriction, containment, rules, that of course is newly arrived in Pisces in your 7th house of significant relationships. So we could see here, if you are in business with someone, there could be a little clash of issues around how the money is spent in your business. This might be a personal relationship where someone significant is getting or feeling a little left out because you're devoting so much time to whatever it is that you're passionate about. So just keep that in the forefront of your mind. By the 20th, the sun moves into Taurus. And this, of course, is your 9th house. So there is a big emphasis this month on travel, knowledge, higher learning. So these are the areas that are really focused. Now, also on the 20th, we have the second new moon in Aries. Now, this is unusual. It doesn't often happen. And the first new moon we had was clearly a month before the 20th, or 28 days before the 20th. And that was in the 0 degree of Aries. This new moon is not only a new moon, but it's a solar eclipse. And in Aries at the 49 degree. That is like, it's just, this is a double whammy. This is in your 8th house. This is a most amazing opportunity to really make the changes that you need to make about you and your kind of whole sense of self and being. Because I do feel, because this is basically a Scorpio house, because the 8th house is a Scorpio house. It's ruled by Pluto. This is about personal transformation. This is about endings and beginnings. What doesn't serve or suit you in your life anymore? Because we've got to bear in mind that that Pluto in Aquarius is now in your 6th house. That's the Virgo house. So you've got this kind of overlayering of energies. It's Aquarius, but actually it's Virgo. Where do you need to start serving yourself better? You're very good at putting other people first, Virgo. And I think with these huge, massive shifting energies, they are really asking you to start putting yourself first before you start launching in to helping others. Now, the next day, the 21st, Mercury, our planet of communication, goes retrograde. Now, this is in the 9th house, and it will be until May the 15th, when, interestingly, the day after, Jupiter moves into Taurus. Do not fear Mercury retrograde. You know, I think in the 9th house it's quite nice, because it may be that you know, if there's something you've been learning, something you've been kind of really brushing up on, this is giving you a chance to go back and kind of redo it, re-look at it, reread, relearn, rewrite. And so, you know, for any students out there, it's actually giving you a little bit of extra time. And because Virgo is so diligent and is so, you know, determined to get everything right, sometimes you don't know when enough is enough. And okay, maybe Mercury is not so helpful in that matter, because it is giving you extra time to get something right. It can also be that there are people coming from abroad, or just things that are going on at a distance, which you're getting news about travel, news about people coming to visit you. That can be another manifestation of this Mercury retrograde for you. And then finally on the 27th, Mars, newly arrived in Cancer. Now, Mars is our god of assertion, energy, aggression, war, and sexuality. We must never forget that. Now, Mars is now in Cancer. It's not that comfortable in Cancer, but hey-ho. It's in your 11th house of hopes and wishes. And it's making a square, which, as you know, is a hard, challenging aspect to Chiron, our wounded healer in Aries in the 8th house. Now, I don't think this is anything that one can be particularly worried about, but I just think it's a fleeting kind of transit, which is giving you a kind of a heads up that I think you have to be a little bit more mindful with how you put things across. You know, Mars in Cancer can be quite emotional, quite over-emotional. And sometimes maybe you say things before you fully thought them through. Because remember, the ruler of Virgo, your sign, is Mercury. So think things through before you speak. And that way, I think you should navigate this month pretty well. So there we go, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me for your look at April 2023. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.